The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I lack. In green pastures he makes me lie down, to still waters he leads me. He restores my soul. He guides me along right paths for the sake of his name. Hey guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to talk a bit about what it means to be sheep. This is an image used in the Bible a lot. Jesus talks about, I am the shepherd and you are my sheep. And it says like we should be sheep before the Lord, or Jesus talks about going after the one lost sheep. It's a lot of imagery of sheep and shepherds, and I think for the most part we get it. I think for the most part we understand the idea behind it. That here's God before me, a guide and a stronghold, something I can believe in and put my trust in, and he's going to guide me and keep me safe and protect me. I think a lot of us easily get that image. But something I was struck with today: we as Catholics are called to kind of let go control in our lives to a large degree, and let God be in control. Let God do the things, do the God things, be the one who makes our plans. And I was thinking about this being sheep and him being the shepherd thing today. And what does that look like? What does it look like to be a sheep? Well, sheep can't do anything for themselves. If they need food, the shepherd leads them to where there is good grass for them to eat. If they're injured, they can't, if they get a sprained ankle, they can't fix a sprain. They can't bandage it, they can't splint it, whatever it needs. Or if they get a gash, they can't take care of the gash. They can't take care of themselves like humans can. That's what the shepherd's for. That's what the shepherd does. He leads them to green pastures, to where the grass is good for them to eat. And he picks them up and bandages them when they become injured. And I really like this. My wife was just talking about this earlier. If you're trying to find fresh water, the number one sign to look for, the biggest clear indicator of water being clean, is that it's moving. So why in Psalms does it say that God leads his sheep to still water? Right? If that indication of clean water is moving water, running water, then why would God lead us to still water? Well, this is what my wife was telling me. It's really cool. If the shepherd were to lead sheep to running water, there's a lot of risk of the sheep getting injured or swept away from the water. And so what the shepherd does is he enters the water himself and makes a spot. What my wife was saying is he braces his arm across the water to create a small pool that isn't running, where it's still and safe for the sheep to come and drink. So he leads me to safe waters means not just wow, I'm in the turbulent sea and I've found still waters and I'm safe now. No, it's saying God has entered the running water that's the safe water to drink, and he himself has made space, a small little region of these turbulent running waters where we can drink and be safe and take our fill. All right, we can't do things ourselves like that. We can't make the water be safe. But if we let God take care of that, if we look around and see that the waters are turbulent, then let's just wait, and God will make us a still spot to drink from. here's something that we shouldn't do. We shouldn't forget the powers God gave us. We shouldn't just do away with our ability to reason and be smart, right? It's one thing to trust God to make payments that you need to make. Saying, hey God, if I can't make this payment, my water's going to get shut off, and I'm not going to have clean water. To stick with the theme of water, you're going to need to provide water for me because like I've just not made enough money to make that payment. Like maybe that's something a lot of people struggle with. That's something, having enough money to do those things, people struggle with. So trusting God to be able to take care of those things for us is a really big deal. However, that doesn't mean I shouldn't worry about making my payment, so I'm just going to go gamble all my money away. Or I'm going to eat at fancy restaurants and waste all the money that God's given me to pay for that water, to pay for my utilities or my rent or whatever it is. So we can trust that God will provide for those things, but we still need to be smart. We still need to use our mind and our brain because the sheep know not to walk into the mouth of the wolf. The sheep are aware to not walk into the danger. At another point in the Bible, Jesus says, I am the shepherd, my sheep know my voice, and they come to me. Because sheep learn the voice of their shepherd and will come and trust the voice of their shepherd. But if they hear a voice they don't recognize, they'll run away. So God isn't saying to just let go and do nothing and don't protect ourselves or don't be smart, or any of the other powers that God has given us to use. But what we should do, what we need to do, is let God take control. We need to be in the field with all the other sheep, eat our grass, and live a happy, content life, not worrying that there's going to be a wolf. And that if a wolf does come along, that the Lord is going to protect us from the wolf. We should run away from the wolf. Like, be smart enough to run away from the wolf. But know that God is going to be there to protect us from the wolf too. And if the pasture is running out of grass, don't just go wandering off into the emptiness. Trust that the shepherd is going to lead us to the next field with fresh grass. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever else, please throw in the comments box. I try to respond to every single comment that I get, and sometimes I even make videos responding to them if it's a bigger question for me to answer. If you want to see more of my videos or videos like this in your feed, please hit the subscribe button. That way I will show up in your feed every time I upload a new video, which I do twice a week. Thank you guys so much, and God bless.